Hi, Todd Warren here in the Forecast Center with a look ahead here on ArklateXHomepage.com as well as the ArklateXHomepage.com app. And let's begin with a look at the latest on the Red River here as we go through the next week and a half. And you can see we are looking at crest, which has already occurred at the Red River at Pecan Point north of DeKalb, as it appears as if that crest was 34.65 feet late last night. It is now falling at 34.5 feet and should remain fairly steady here for the next several days and will remain above 34 feet at least into Tuesday of next week. As far as downstream at Index, north of Texarkana, looking at a crest at 30 feet on June 1st. That compares to 1990's crest of 32.3 feet. And you can see probably will stay fairly steady even there beyond the crest. The river at Fulton will crest at 32 feet on June 3rd. That compares to the 1990 crest of 34.3 feet. In Shreveport, looking at a crest of 33 feet on June 5th. That crest is a foot and a half lower than the crest of 1990 at 34.5 feet. Downstream at Coshada, the river expected to crest at 35.5 feet on June 6th. 1990 it crested at 37.5 feet. And at Grand Decor north of Natchitoches, the river will crest at 38.5 feet on June 7th. Back in 1990 it crested over almost 41 feet. So again, most of these locations looking at basically a moderate to major flood with the level in Shreveport right at the border between moderate and major as far as what is anticipated here in Shreveport. Now, the weather pattern is going to change eventually. As we look at the weather pattern across the country, you can still see the troughiness here across the western sections of the country, and you can still see the southwesterly flow, which is allowing these disturbances here to flow over the Arklatex. Lots of moisture in place. When you have disturbances, moisture, add those two together and you get lots of rain. And that is what we are looking at here for the foreseeable future. You can see the main disturbance will make its way into the nation's midsection here and pretty close to the Arklatex. By the time we get to Sunday night, Monday, you can see what's left of this disturbance. Notice ridging the building to our west, ridging building to our east, and between the two, that'll kind of stall the system out just to the east of us. So even into Monday, we'll see the possibility for the shower or thunderstorm, but it will weaken and begin to move a bit more towards the east here for the middle part of next week. And notice how this big ridge taking shape here, excuse me, by Thursday. However, also notice another one of these troughs developing here, which is not necessarily a good thing. So what eventually will happen is we'll see the ridge move to the east, and again the rainy pattern will return. But we could see a little bit drier conditions by the end of the week. Now, as far as your outlook from Futurecast, again, we have seen a few scattered thunderstorms. You can see by this evening that activity should be to the east of us. More thunderstorms off to the west will be worth watching as we progress through the nighttime hours tonight. You can see as we move through the late night hours, they will get closer to us and will be weakening as they move into the northern sections of the area late tonight. Going through your Friday, good shot for more showers and thunderstorms to develop across parts of the area. Again, a few of these, like we've seen today, one or two or three may become severe, although nothing organized in terms of widespread severe activity, as it looks to be rather isolated for your Friday. As wind tonight out of the south, the southeast at 5 to 10. Tomorrow, looking at that south to south westerly wind, southeasterly wind, I should say, at a good 10 to 15 miles per hour. Going through Friday night, looking at, again, the rainfall ending, and we may take a break from the rain for most of Friday night. Saturday, good shot for some showers and thunderstorms yet again. That activity will decrease Saturday night. And then Sunday, again, another good shot for some showers and thunderstorms across the region, probably during the afternoon. Again, as of this recording, Futurecast only goes out to about 10 a.m., but I do anticipate seeing more widespread showers and thunderstorms for Sunday. Here's a look at the latest on rainfall potential, and this particular model backing off a bit as it's showing anywhere basically up to around an inch. Other models I really do anticipate seeing a good 1 to a couple of inches of rainfall here from now through the weekend. across the Arklatex. So again, some more heavy rain possible, but maybe more scattered than the widespread heavy rains that we've seen recently. So here's your 7-day forecast. Again, good shot for the showers and thunderstorms through the weekend. Rain chances beginning to diminish Monday, and that slight rain chance will continue through the middle of the week, but only 20% with quite a bit of sunshine. Daytime highs for the most part will be in the low to middle 80s. Overnight lows, low 70s for the next couple of nights, should dip back into the mid to upper 60s for the rest of the 7-day period. So overall, the outlook for the Red River has not changed. Still looking at crests a foot or two below what we had in 1990, but very, very similar. And again, those crests will continue to gradually work its way downstream. The river has crested at Pecan Point north of DeKalb, and it should remain really high there even through the next week, given the fact that reservoirs upstream are pretty much full and will need to continue their release of that water that they have stored. So that's a look at the week ahead. Hopefully a bit of a drier weather pattern as we get past the weekend.